In today's episode of The Traveling Man, I head to Victoria, BC for only a day and I try to do as much as I can. I discovered amazing food, I found a perfect hotel when you don't have a car, and there's a lot in this episode. So welcome to The Traveling Man's video blog. I had to wake up very early. I had to pack my bag. All I took was a little backpack because I was only going for a couple of days. Say goodbye to my cats and get in the car to the ferry. Luckily I got a ride, and that was very helpful because it is quite far from Vancouver. It does take a long time taking transit to get to the Toison ferry terminal. So if you can avoid doing that, you can get a ride or you can afford an Uber. That could be a lot of help. Once you get there, it's pretty straightforward. You just enter the main building and just get off. There's a drop-off area. That's very convenient if you're getting a ride. There's a quick lineup to validate your reservation so they can actually give you a ticket to the ferry. And then it's gonna be a bit of a walk before you get to the boarding area. A lineup was formed, so I tried to line up and be respectful, but once the doors open, everybody just enters and there is no lineup anymore, so it can be pretty chaotic at times. But eventually everybody gets in, and I wanted to go right upstairs because I wanted to enjoy the actual view. I walked straight up to the sun deck, and right there will be an area with some benches in which you can sit down. It was a great way to feel the fresh air and enjoy the sea and the scenery, but it didn't take long before everybody went up there, especially people getting off their cars, their vehicles inside the ferry, and then the view was completely obstructed because everybody was taking photos and videos. So I decided it was best to go back inside and just wait there. If you return indoors, you're gonna see some desks areas with charging ports in case you need to sit down and work. They also have a coffee bar, Arbutus, that sells Starbucks products. And there is also a gift shop in case you are visiting and you want to get some souvenirs to take back home. Prices are a bit on the upper side, but it's, I guess, something to do while you're traveling. They also have a restaurant called Seascapes. I did not go and eat there because the trip was just too short, but that's another option if you're hungry and you want to have decent food. The closer you get to Victoria, the scenery is gonna be incredible. You're gonna see a lot of the land. A little trick I discovered is if you are about to arrive, you can go sit down closer to the exit, so you're one of the first people to get off the ferry. They even have a TV playing the game if you want to watch a game or something. Okay, I'm in Victoria now. Just at the ferry and excited to see what's up. Once I got to Victoria, I wanted to go straight to the hotel because I wanted to drop off my backpack and enjoy the city. I stayed in the hotel Grand Pacific. I actually did a review for that hotel, so if you want to check it out, it will be on the description of this video. And it was pretty good. I got a very nice bedroom with 2 queen beds, but at that time all I wanted was to go outside and enjoy the city because it was a beautiful day out and I was right downtown Victoria. That was one of the reasons why I chose this hotel, because I wanted to be able to walk everywhere as much as I could, and the hotel is literally right beside the Parliament building. Once I got outside, I could see that the Parliament building was pretty busy because this weekend was Victoria Day weekend, so there were a lot of events going on everywhere. And I walked right by the sea into Government Street, which has a lot of restaurants and shops, etc. So I just needed to grab a bite and have lunch, so I saw Tractor. Tractor is a Vancouver-based company. I've been there before in Vancouver, and they have salads, sandwiches, etc. So we're in Victoria. We just came to grab some lunch. So this place is called Tractor. They also have it in Vancouver, downtown Vancouver, but this is a Victoria location. And I just ordered a tuna sandwich. It's a seared tuna sandwich. And a blueberry mint lemonade, which looks amazing. So excited to try that out. And yeah, it's right downtown, so it's a really easy spot to access. And the food was delicious. I was still a little hungry, so I wanted to have a coffee. And half a block up the street, I saw Milano, another Vancouver-based coffee shop that I really enjoyed in Mount Pleasant. So I decided to try it out. I am a cold brew person. I absolutely love cold brew. They did not have cold brew. They offered a nice Americano, which was actually delicious. So I said, okay, that should be fine. I also ordered a chocolate cherry brownie, and I have to say I was not a fan of that one, but the coffee alone was totally worth it. After that, I was so shocked how busy downtown was and lively. There were a lot of people shopping, walking, enjoying the sunshine. So I decided to walk a little bit longer before I head back to the hotel to relax, because I had some dinner plans and I was going to visit a pub. That night, I went to a pub called Bart and Banker that had all kinds of food. The menu was huge. It was a total classic British pub. There was live music going on, which made it really hard to talk to my friends, and I was kind of looking forward to talk to them, but it was alright. It ended eventually, and the food was exactly what you would expect in a pub. Service was fine, nothing outstanding, but I really enjoyed their espresso martini, one of my favorite drinks, as well as a tuna burger, because I was having a tuna day. So that one, I ate it so fast that there is no footage of it, but it was pretty good. On the second day, I went for brunch to a place called Floyd's Diner that is right behind the hotel. It looked amazing. It has a pretty hip design full of celebrity picture frames, and it is a classic diner. The food was delicious and the portions were massive. It was really hard to finish what I ordered. I had some pancakes with bacon and sausage, and I knew I could eat that because I was gonna go for a walk for the rest of the day. Right after that, I went to the Parliament building, the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia, and they were doing a show with actors that talk about the government in BC and Canada in general. It was pretty interesting. Young talent doing their best. I enjoyed it. It was nice. And right beside that area, there is a little booth in which you can book a tour that is free to go indoors and to actually visit the building itself. The next time slot was 2:30, so I decided to go with that one while I went up back to Government Street and walk and explore a little bit more of the city, so I would eventually come back to go indoors. Hello, I'm in the BC Legislative Assembly. I'm gonna start the tour, so totally worth it if you're coming to Victoria, so let's see what happens. The building was breathtaking inside. I learned a lot of history that I didn't know about. And I really recommend that if you go to Victoria, you take this tour because it is totally worth it. And this is the main building of Victoria, so it's something you have to do. Very close by, you can see the Royal British Columbia Museum that has an IMAX as well that plays some videos that are educational for the most part. So I also recommend going in there. And right after that, I decided to go to Chinatown because it has the shortest alley in the world. So of course I had to go check that out. This is the oldest Chinatown in Canada and the second oldest after San Francisco. After that, I had to get back because I had dinner plans again, and this time I was going to visit a place called Finn's. A restaurant that serves seafood and cocktails, and I absolutely loved it. It was delicious, it was great food. I had a pretty good espresso martini there as well. I decided to order the fish and chips because I could not go to Victoria and not eat fish and chips. So I decided that I was gonna have them there because apparently they were amazing, and they are indeed amazing. And that night I got back to the hotel and make sure everything was packed and ready to go because I was leaving the next morning. In the morning, I decided to try out the restaurant's hotel called Fathom. The restaurant was pretty nice, the food was good. I ordered the omelette with Gruyere cheese and ham and chives. It was on the pricier side. What I liked is when you order coffee, they actually bring you a coffee pot so you can keep refilling it. So that was nice, but yeah, it was what I expected for a hotel restaurant. The service was good, the food was alright, just a little on the pricier side. And after that, the trip was over. I had to head back home, and I wish I could have spent more time. I feel like there's so much more to do in Victoria. I really like that I stayed in that hotel because it was close to everything, but I do realize that if I want to explore more of Victoria, I do need to get a car. So thank you so much for supporting me in this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give a like to this video, and leave your comments with your recommendations for Victoria, or if you tried any of the recommendations I suggested. Thank you, I'm the Traveling Man, and I'll see you on the next episode.